question then is, again, like we've been asking on this issue. Well, yesterday the learned justices reserved judgment. We wouldn't know why. Probably because this is the first time that the details of this is really coming to the fore. Because Olanipeku was able to bring out the argument that Nigerians have had since the tribunal, the appeal court, and now the Supreme Court issue of this whole matter came up. How do you nullify or pull out 165,000 plus votes from a candidate, or not for any fault of theirs, but because INEC failed to do due diligence? Secondly, how would you say you're nullifying the same governorship election at the appellate court? Because according to the justices at the appeal court, that the issue was that his NMPP membership, which is a pre-election matter, is now being considered as a post-election issues. And one is wondering, what exactly is from the Supreme Court to other cases, you said, no, this is a pre-election, we're not attending to it. Isn't it the same constitution? So I felt very elated when I read Olanipeku's argument, and that's pointedly when he said the judgment was unfair. There has been no history where one would say that election was nullified based on not the fault of the candidate, but the fault of the election umpire. But I'd like to bring you in here. That's where we are.
Yeah, I think that these are sort of novel issues in our electoral process. And I love the way Justice Okoro, the lead of the team, of the electoral team at the Supreme Court, the questions he asked the councils. And I think that it clearly shows us the thinking of the court. And if you follow the thinking of the court and the questions, the clear progression will be that the justices do not think, firstly, that a candidate should suffer for the negligence of INEC. And secondly, the courts have held in a plethora of cases that issues around candidacy of was not candidacy but the membership of a candidate of a political party, these are pre-election issues. The courts have held so in a plethora of cases. There is no way the Supreme Court will be changing its mind, and I'm not sure why the Court of Appeal actually moved in that direction, because I see two things. Firstly, it's that the Court of Appeal will have seen that the issue around the 65,000 ballot papers was a bit watery, and so they brought in the issue about membership to sort of give cover to the judgment that they gave. But I think that the Supreme Court will do justice in this case, and reinstate the governor of Kano State. But on the other hand, it's also very important that our electoral process should be as clean and as smooth and as clear as possible. Where did the 165,000 ballots come from? If every other ballot was signed and stamped at the back, how did we get 165,000 ballots in that election that were not stamped and that were not signed?